Alrighty, so you're trying to manifest that good life. You're trying to manifest the money, the power, the relationship, everything that is good, the freaking Rolls Royce like I got here, the Lambo, the Ferrari, the McLaren, whatever it may be. You're trying to manifest that greatness. The problem is you're trying and you're believing. Your beliefs is the worst thing ever. Belief means doubt. Belief means not fact. You have to know who you are and what you're doing if you want to be successful. It has to be a knowing. You know, a big mistake that I see people make and that I see in manifestation and community all the time is like, you got to have the vision. You just have to have the vision. Yes, vision is great. You want to have a vision, but if you don't, you need to have a feeling, a vision of a character that you want to be. When I had nothing, when I was homeless, when I was going through the worst times of my life, I always envisioned myself being either Tony Stark, being Hercules, being Ragnar Lothbrok, being some awesome cowboy, whatever it was, whoever it was. I was that character, and I embodied the character traits of that character. And I would literally imagine these incredible things going on in my life. Like, even when the 3D was saying the exact opposite, my dreams, my vision, my imagination was on fire. The person that I resonate most with was Hercules. Hercules from the Marvel comic books. He's so awesome. He's so tough. You know, I was Hercules. I was like, what if I really am Hercules, trapped on this freaking planet and have my mind erased? Everyone's trying to keep me in the box of being an NPC, of being some normie norm, some brokey. And, you know, but my birthright is to be the Prince of the Universe, the Prince of Peace, Hercules himself. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, and that's what I knew. And that's who I became. You know, the same as with Tony Stark. I can remember when the first Iron Man came out with Robert Downey Jr. And I'm like, man, I want to be that. I want to be that. I want to have the Audi R8. That was the first supercar I ever thought was the coolest thing ever. I didn't know about Lambos, Ferraris. I didn't care about any of that. But I saw his R8 and I thought that car is just the most elegant, just amazing car. And it's funny, nowadays most people are like, oh yeah, that's not even a supercar, bro. Oh, that's like a baby Lambo. It's like, dude, the R8 is so incredible looking. It's so much nicer looking sometimes than I think than a freaking Lambo can be in other cars. But hey, that's a story for another time. But the point is, I saw Iron Man and I became that. When I had my first real business ever, a pool business that I started, I can remember at, oh God, how old was I? Really early 20s, 21, 22. And I was making money. I was making the most, like $7,000 plus a month at a pool cleaning business. And all my buddies, they had nothing. They were so poor. They were so loserish at the time. And I thought I was the man. I thought I was Tony Stark. And I can remember one of my friends saying like, oh, you think you're Tony Stark? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I was acting that way. I was being that way. I was imitating that character. When you know who you are and you embody those character traits and that mindset, that gets you there more than anything. You know, think about it's not what you do, it's what you don't do. You know, I wasn't going to act like a fool. I wasn't going to act like someone I didn't want to be. I wasn't going to act like a loser. I got rid of those things. You know what I mean? That's another great way to do it. If you don't know what to do, how about getting rid of all the BS? How about getting rid of all the noise, all the things that don't serve you? You don't need to be out drinking. You don't need to be smoking. You don't need to be wasting your time on BS relationships right now. If you're going to be in a relationship with someone, they better build you up and believe in your dream and your business. If not, they gone. They don't need to be in the picture. You need to be laser focused. You know, get to the gym every single day. I go to the gym twice a day. I run every single day. Every day. I run because I visualize for all my clients every day, but I also love running and I do it for myself as well. I am so active. I'm obsessed with getting better, with being great. I could have money handed to me tomorrow. millions more than I have. And I would be like, oh my God, I have to invest this because I got to keep going, because I got to keep doing something. Purpose is the greatest reason for living. That's why it's called purpose. You know what I mean? Having just money handed to you, oh yeah, and you can get everything, it makes it pointless. Look at One Punch Man. If you know that anime, you know, he's the most powerful being in existence. And because of that, he's so bored. His life, he's just like, okay, oh great. Like, he's striving for a challenge so much. He's like God mode, basically. You know what I mean? And that's the problem when we're lacking purpose as a character, when we're lacking that character trait, a lot of things just don't gel. So you have to stop believing and you have to start knowing. Like, again, I'm going to go back to what I first said. I cannot stand, oh yeah, I believe it's going to happen. I'm hoping it's going to happen. It's so pathetic. It's pathetic. You don't believe, oh, I'm really believing it. Oh, you know, I have a couple of my clients that are like, I'm really trying to believe it, Adonis. No, you know it. When I do it, when I visualize, the moment I visualize for someone, a new client, that day I visualize for him, the first one ever, I know without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to work. Now it is up to them to accept that truth and believe in that truth. See, I almost said it there. I tricked it. I wanted to see if you were paying attention. Not believe in that truth. Know in that truth. They have to know it to be fact. Do you understand that? That's why I want you to get this notion of belief away and get in this understanding of knowing the truth, knowing that it's going to work out exactly the way that it needs to. Knowing. You have to know thyself, and you have to know what it is that you want in life. And you have to know that it's factual. My friend, get rid of the stuff that doesn't serve you. Pick a character that you want to be, or find who it is that you want to be, and start being that here and today. Stop monkeying around.